All right, how's it going, everybody? So this this episode is going to be a little shorter than usual because we're covering a one of my singles, okay? But it's kind of hilarious, a little serious, and it's regarding the T app hack, okay, or exposure. Now, I guess the T app was a app where women would go to, and they would either upload a photo of a guy or ask if they ask other women on there if they were dating a similar guy or the same guy. And at first, okay, with the info that the research that I've done, I'm definitely all for personal safety. Okay, I'm not just gonna set aside safety of women. Everyone should be able to feel safe and protect themselves. That being said, I think the original reason for this app was to protect women from assholes. Okay, and there are plenty of male assholes out there, of course. You know what I mean. I'm talking about abuse, cheating, all that stuff. Now, what it turned into, I believe, was a bunch of bitches and hoes complaining about men and having their little gossip column right in their special little secret app. And I don't know who released it. Was it a employee? Was it just a hacker that got in, saw the bullshit, and said, "No way, ladies, or girls, they're not ladies. No way, girls," and just released all the truth. Now, when I guess the app was supposed to, the girl would go onto the app, upload her license, or do a selfie, kind of like those facial recognition kind of things, and then she'd get access to the app. And the first hack, there were two. The first hack was exposing like 70,000 or more of these selfies / IDs. Okay, when the app clearly stated, I believe, that after you upload the ID and get verified, the app is supposed to delete the ID or selfie. Okay, but it didn't. It stored these IDs, and like we all know, there are apps and companies out there that will buy your ID information, okay, and then use it for their own purposes. All right. Was that what this app was doing, or did they just forget? Okay, I don't know. But this file that contained all these IDs was hacked into and released. And the story about what this app is really, okay, basically a so-called safe place for these bitches, hoes, and 304s all dissing on men, and their own little safe space to do it. Okay, all this gossip about guys. I don't feel, I'm kind of mixed, okay? Because of course, I don't want the addresses out. I don't want these women to, although I don't like what they did, people should not be going to their homes and harassing them. No. That's a BLM and Antifa kind of thing, okay? And good people don't do that, all right? I can, even contacting these people and on the phone or through their social medias, it's stupid. Don't do it. But knowing that they were caught, knowing that they were, it's like, they shouldn't have been doing that. I mean, it would be wrong if men started doing that, okay? And I heard about this, it's like, what if men had a, when you buy a car, okay? When you buy a car, it's smart, before you actually buy it and pay for it, is to get the Carfax, right? You want the history of the car, okay? What if there's an app that had called the Hofax, okay? That you were literally just typing the name or the photo of the girl you're interested in, and it pulls up her past dating history, okay? And it's her real age, her real weight, the actual number of bodies that she's had, the men that she's been with, the amount. Is she a virgin or not? What does she vote for? Who did she vote for? What's her religion? And that would be hilarious. That would just be hilarious. Because you can no longer hide behind the face with tons of makeup on, with all these dating apps and the filters being used by these women, and the catfishing, because the man actually gets a match, he actually secures a date, he plans it, he sets it up, and then the woman that he meets isn't even close to the actual picture of the woman that the woman put up on the app. It's like, no more. This needs to stop. Let's listen to both songs. It's called, the first one is, what is it? You've Been Teabagged, and then the next one is Leaked. What is it? Leaked and Woke. Oops. It's hilarious, yet it has some serious thoughts in it. Okay? Let's listen, and we'll be back.
They said, this app's just for women to heal. Now your trauma posts out and your face is real. You spilled the tea, now we sip and laugh, cause karma don't miss when you talk that trash. You said, men are toxic, weak and whack, but you dropped your selfie with your license in the stack. Yapped on the app about emotional scars. Now your DM's out here next to rental cars. Said he ghosted you, called him a freak. Now the world got your nudes in the firebase leak. You blamed every man for your self-made pain, but now you the meme girl, frame by frame. You've been teabagged, not by men, by your app. All that feminist talk, yeah, we clapping back. You wanted safe space, now your face on blast. Whole world laughing at your digital past.
You've been teabagged, screenshots don't lie. Cried I was hacked, but girl, nice try. You spilled the tea and choked on the truth. You clowned every guy, now we roasting you.
You rated men like Uber rides, but now your ID next to them bedroom slides. You said he 5'9", I'd never date that, but you 3, 4, 10 in a filter hat. Every dude a misogynist pig, but your DM's begging for a mortgage gig. Talking about trauma and fake empowerment. Now Reddit's roasting your whole environment. Used to say girl power, posted Derek Slay. Now we screenshot your tears every day. Tried to cancel a man, ha, reverse that leg, you ain't canceled a thing. You've been teabagged, you trusted the devs, trusted the brand, but now your secret's in everyone's hand, and all that feminist slander you flagged backfired hard, girl. You've been teabagged. You've been teabagged, not by men, by your app. All that feminist talk, yeah, we clapping back. You wanted safe space, now your face on blast. Whole world laughing at your digital past.
You've been teabagged, receipts don't sleep. Said he's abusive while you slid in deep. Screenshotting kings while acting divine. Now the timeline's roasting that face in line.
So next time you cry, he ain't good enough. Remember your privacy ain't that tough. You trusted a woke gap, now look who's gagged. Your whole fake life, girl, teabagged. Teabagged.
Okay, so you have to laugh at this. Yet I usually don't, and I don't like laughing at people's pain. Okay. In this case, I'm gonna laugh a little. Yeah. When you have these bitches and hoes calling men misogynistic and all this bullshit, okay? And they're not saying it because it's true, they're saying it to be accepted into this group, okay? It's like, I think that's the problem with society nowadays, all right? There is a lonely epidemic. There is not a lot of people have the amount of friends that they used to, or even the amount of friends their parents used to when they were the same age. Okay, and I think a lot of these BLM, Antifa, these riots, most of which I think they're paid, they're financed. And when the mob, look up what a mob is, okay? If you take out the leader of the mob, okay, or the leader of a gang, or if you have, it's very similar to school bullies, okay? Let's say there are 3 or 4 bullies, but there's one leader. If that leader was punched in the nose by the kid that was getting bullied, the rest will flee, okay? Because if their leader goes down, their whole toughness it's like a balloon. You pop the balloon and it goes flying away. All right? These people want to be accepted. They want to have their own circle, their group, okay? And many of them are not good looking. They're like 2s and 3s, if not 1s. And they feel, okay, their feelings, they feel like they've been rejected by society, okay? Even though in most cases society welcomes them, but they don't feel comfortable in society because they hone in on their ugliness and they say society won't accept me because I'm ugly, even though society is like, hey, who cares? Come join us. And they're like, no, I'm going to be in my own little corner. And then they get all depressed and anyway, the majority you know what I'm talking about, okay? Because, I mean, look at Antifa, okay? All those, and these rioters and BLM, none of them are attractive, okay? But they all feel like they are righteous and in a group, and they all support each other, and if you're in a group like this, your attitude and the way you feel is bounced around and reflected off the people around you, and you get endorphins, and you feel good about being accepted by this group of people. And in a lot of cases, who cares what you actually think, or what your political stance is, or what you're here for? I like this feeling, and I like being accepted, and I like being around people like me. I'm not out of place. I'm not different. And it's like, oh, you want me to go over here and yell and scream and say these words, and carry this sign, and chant this saying? Okay. And you're going to pay me? All right. And if I get arrested, you're going to pay for my legal fees, and if I get hurt, or you'll pay for my medical fees, or give me a bonus if I go to the hospital or to jail. All right, yeah. I mean, this is awesome. It's like, I kind of feel sorry for these guys, and for this group, for this teabag app, and those a part of it. I'll bet you there are people in this T app that are a part of the rioting in LA, Antifa, BLM. I bet there are members a part of this app. It would just be interesting to see. It's like, how are we going to come back to reality as a society? I mean, there are more and more of these people that are acting this way, and like I said before, I think it's because they feel rejected and not accepted in the circles they want to be accepted in. So, like I said before, it's weird saying that, do what I did and you'll be good, because what I did worked for me, and you might, like, I have my experience, okay, and I base my actions, my thoughts on what is happening, okay, and what has happened to me in the past, how I've been brought up, my training, and I go on from there. I overcome the obstacle ahead of me, and I don't do it by blaming other people, okay? Now, if there are other people to blame, I might, if it is in my power to, inform those people of what is going on. If it is their failure, I believe going to the person is better than just going to your boss saying, hey, this person did this. If you have a problem with a coworker, go to the coworker. If the coworker does not change, does not do anything about it, doesn't, it's like, oh man, you're right, I should have done this, I apologize. If that employee does that, all right, we're good, and you base your next action on the action of that employee. If they apologize and don't do anything about it, and keep doing that, committing the action that caused the problem, go to the boss. But if the employee does wake up, does acknowledge, like, oh, that was my bad, sorry, and learns from it, does better, all right, the boss did not have to get involved, which I think is great. And yeah, but that doesn't really happen. It's like the boss has to get involved, and in most cases, the person that reported the problem, reported the employee, they are the ones that get in trouble with HR and ultimately get fired, because by approaching the employee's feelings were hurt, and then they go to HR and say, hey, this person hurt my feelings. Doesn't even give the full story, but they just caused the problem. They caused the employee that reported them or went to them regarding the problem. They're the ones that get fired. It's like, issues like that need to be fixed, and it needs to be fixed by good leaders, good managers, good HR personnel. The whole term "F your feelings" needs to be brought back. Okay, young men, 12 years old and up, learn that their feelings do not matter in life. The only thing that matters is what they bring to society. How they feel, unless they're gay or trans, if it does not fit in that little box or whatever, then society doesn't care. If your problems don't fit the same problems and will promote these agendas that the woke side has, that the liberal side has, then you're useless to them. Okay? But if you're a soy boy and you're part of these woke little guys that are use their feelings they base their actions on their feelings. These groups can actually use that, and they will use that to their benefit, even if it causes harm to these people, the people that actually like whoever's funding this. Okay, whoever's paying for transportation, hotels, the legal and medical fees for these people, for the mob. Okay, the mob is being used for these people's agendas. Okay, that could be the Democratic Party, that could be the liberal agenda, and that could be these the people behind the curtain. Okay, the people that are the billionaires that are that want to bring America down, or Western culture society down. They want the new world order and all that bullshit. Okay? How do you take down America? You do it from within. You do it by using the kids. You do it by using the college students. And you can see that happening right now, right in front of your face. Okay? But I'm not going to stand for it, and a lot of Americans are coming out and saying, hey, no more of this bullshit. Okay? And now you got these hackers exposing all this bullshit even more. And I hate, should shame be brought back? Should people be publicly shamed for their actions? I want to say no, but I'm not going to. I'm going to say yes. Okay? Yes, people should be shamed for their actions. These women should be shamed for their actions. Okay? Should they be harassed at home? No, they should not. Should they be like if someone sees one of the women in the photos at the grocery store, should they be shamed there? No. Leave them alone. Don't even say anything. But should the group as a whole, okay, coming from this this action, okay, no name should be brought up, but these women in this app, from this app, did this. That is shameful. Okay? Do that. Okay? And guess what, girls? Don't do that again. There are ways to grow from this. This isn't the end of the world. Okay? Do better. Make better choices. become the best human being you can, and live the best life you can. All right, that is my message to these women, to the woke mob, to the Antifa and BLM. If you're not already in jail, there's a chance that you can change your life right now. Okay? If you have not already committed a crime, there's hope for you. All right? And guess what? Your face might be ugly. You might have a weak body. There are things you can do to change that. You can go to the gym and build muscle. If you're overweight, okay, you can join me and do your best to live a healthier lifestyle and get a healthier body, okay? If you're skinny, there are ways to gain muscle, okay? But you've got to focus, make goals, and strive after those goals instead of going after all this bullshit that you've been falling for, all right? Research what Democrats actually vote for, what they believe in, and research what Republicans vote for, okay? Do the work necessary, do the research, and make your choice, and stick by it, okay? And do not be blinded by people telling you how to vote, what to do, because when asked, you're going to I don't know should not be your answer. You should throw those words away unless you are asked a serious question and I don't know now, but I'll find out. Okay, but I'll find out should be added to that. Okay, so I guess don't throw away I don't know. Because there are cases and things that, especially topics like these, there are certain things that I do not know. The information that I do know is not enough. So in most cases, I don't talk about those subjects. I prefer to be informed about what I do talk about, okay? And I don't always reveal everything that I know because I am not your mom or your daddy giving you everything you need. You need to do the research. You need to find out what I found out, okay? And if you're listening to this podcast right now, okay, and you're listening it with someone, pause it whenever you want and talk about the questions that I have raised. Okay, if you're with someone and you're both like, hey, I totally disagree with this guy, why? Why do you disagree with me? Talk about it with your buddy, with your friend, and put it in the comments. Let me know what you think, okay? Why do you disagree with me, and what are the things you actually disagree with me with? And if it's, if there are a few comments that ask the same question or state the same disagreement, I'll make a podcast about it, okay? I might even write an album about it, okay? Who knows? You might be right, okay? I might be the one that is misinformed. When people have, and it's happened before, okay? I don't know enough about a certain situation that I thought I did, and someone informs me of more information or from a different viewpoint that I never looked at, okay? I'm willing to say, hey, I was wrong, okay? I apologize, or I should have done more research, okay? What I said was not, I didn't say enough, okay? And what I did say was from a uninformed viewpoint, okay? And if I was wrong, then I would say I was wrong and I apologize, okay? There was a Joey Swoll, okay? A lot of people are getting a lot of commentary, even the conservative side is saying like, hey, Joey Swoll shouldn't have apologized. I guess he respected, I'm sad to hear about Hulk Hogan, about his death, but I guess Joey Swole respected him a lot, and I guess after some research, or Joey Swole said something about Hulk Hogan's death and how he respected Hulk Hogan a lot, especially as a kid or a younger man. And someone brought it up that I guess Hulk Hogan said the N-word regarding black people, if you know what I mean. And then if I'm not stating the story right, or if I'm misquoting it, comment below, let me know. But what I heard was that Joey Swole apologized for saying what he said about Hulk Hogan, not knowing that Hulk Hogan in his early life said the N-word or whatever. I don't think Joey Swole should have apologized. I think there are people that people that I respect, that, hey, guess what? They're sinners too, okay? They don't always make the wise decisions. They don't keep things to themselves when they should have. I have my own thoughts about the whole N-word. I don't even think black people should be calling other black people the N-word. Because why, if it's such an insult to black people for being called the N-word by non-black people, why is there a difference? If that is an insulting word, then it's an insulting word. It's an insult. Stop calling other black people the N-word. Okay? You don't hear white people calling other white people the C word. Okay? Regarding the crack of the whip. That was just like half the actual word, and I got to be careful. This is YouTube. But I mean, just have some common respect. But again, okay, I've people that I look up to that, hey, and I believe Hulk Hogan became a Christian later on in life. So, hey, guess what? This guy is in heaven, okay? And was he perfect? No. Has he done a lot of respectful things? Yes. Did he have a work ethic and has he overcome, I mean, having a physical bodybuilder lifestyle, and he's done a lot of physical hardships to reach the fitness level that he has. There are things that's respectable. Okay, I respect that, and he's not a hero of mine, but I do respect Joey Swole, and I do respect Joey Swole calling people out. He's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Okay, should Joey have apologized? I don't think so, because you don't serve the mob, okay? Now, that's me, okay? He thought different, okay? I would want to know a little, like, why, and then people should just accept the apology as sincere and where it's coming from, okay? It doesn't mean that he shouldn't respect his hero, Hulk Hogan, but it should, like, hey guys, everybody sins. I'm not belittling the word or the act or whatever, okay? I don't know the story. That being said, okay, Joey Swole should not be condemned because his hero said the N-word 50 years ago, 30 years ago, whenever it happened, okay? There are assholes out there that tick people off, and people that usually don't say words, and that sticks with them, especially if they have a celebrity, if they're at a celebrity level, okay, if they are seen by the public. And I don't know about the story, I don't know what happened, I'm not going to say that I did or that I do, but Joey Swole, I don't think he's ever said the N-word, at least publicly or on in social media. He usually calls out assholes and says, stop being an asshole, do better, okay, which is good. Keep doing it, Joey, okay? I respect you for doing that. Now, have you lost followers? Have you lost some fans because you apologized? Maybe, okay? Don't let that stop you. I doubt that Joey will ever hear this. But people should not stop because other people say they did something wrong. Okay? No one should be you should not unfollow someone because they respect Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan said a dirty word 20 years ago. Okay? How many dirty words have you said? Okay? These women that have done said stupid things regarding men, they got a wake-up call, okay? I hope they don't endure any harassment or harm, physical, emotional, other than this shame. And I'm fine with that. Hopefully it's a lesson they can learn and grow from and do better. Quote from Joey Swole. Everybody has a chance to do better, okay? If they haven't committed a crime, they haven't hurt anybody physically, they can do better, all right? But it's their choice. They have to choose to make the actions, to take the actions that are needed to do better, okay? And these ugly people, there are ways to look better. If you're fat, go to the gym, okay? Or buy your own weights and lift weights at home, eat better. And that, again, doesn't mean that you'll never be able to have a chocolate cake again. It's just you get to have a piece of chocolate cake, not the whole thing, okay? Common sense, all right? It's like, I'm trying to eat better, and I used to be able to eat a whole large Domino's pizza. I mean, I can eat the whole thing. And I would just kind of blow it up for the next week, and started making me feel just sick. Not physically sick, like emotionally sick. Like I would look at myself in the mirror and it's like, I'm disgusting. Okay. I need to do better. I was getting close to 300 pounds. That was pathetic. Okay. So I made the decision to get fitter. Okay. Could I be doing more? Yeah. I also work a lot. I have 2 day jobs and 3 jobs that are within my own company, plus this, so four jobs in my own company. So I have a total of 6 jobs. I work 60 to 70 hours a week. When I do have lunch, I'm working. When I do have dinner and I'm not with family or friends, I'm working. When I'm not working and I take a little break to watch some TV or movie, I'm usually working. I'm on the phone or computer working, okay? Because I want to be financially free. I want to I write books, I write scripts, I write songs, I produce songs, I edit songs, I go through all the AI stuff that I have to get through. I design the single and album covers. I edit that. Anyway, I'm always working, okay? And it's something I enjoy. I actually enjoy this kind of work. And one day, I'm praying that the money will come in. I'll be able to quit my 2-day jobs, focus on my company, and then start hiring people so I can actually go on vacation and actually get these films made and write books in the country where the story is. That is awesome. I also want to do a lot of documentaries all over the world, and it's like, because oh come on, Discovery and History, they're producing a lot of shit, and I want to produce outstanding, true, factual films and TV shows, documentaries that are historical, factual, are this happened, okay, and none of this theory bullshit. And in the documentary, we don't know, and I don't know is going to be a common phrase. I don't know what this is, but we're doing these tests and we're doing this research, and so far the evidence shows that it's this, but we don't know yet. I mean, what's that? They created, the science guys created a whole humanoid form from a pig's tooth. I believe it was a pig's tooth. But no, they created a ape man, or I forget the name. But it was a ape human out of a tooth, later found out to be a pig's tooth. I mean, it's pathetic. Excuse me. Yet this is being taught in our schools. A theory, the evolutionary theory, is being taught in our schools when there's more evidence of a creation, instead of it happened over billions of years. There's more evidence to prove that we came from a creator than by accident. And honestly, people, if we were created by accident, everything that you see, everything, you are an accident. And what should happen to accidents? Accidents should be fixed. Okay? Corrected. So should we all delete ourselves and correct? Just nuke everything? Because we're all an accident, according to the evolutionary theory. Something that happened that shouldn't have happened, and the result of that accident happening is us today, according to evolutionary theories. Okay, and then basing all your science off that, and then whenever the science doesn't line up, you create a theory on why. This tooth is a perfect evidence of that. Okay, we have a tooth. We want to create this our own story. Okay, and we want to use this as evidence to boost our evolutionary theory. Okay, and then it comes out that it's a pig tooth. Oops, never mind. Let's sweep that under the rug and just keep going on to the next thing. And the silent majority is like, okay, whatever. It's like, it's more bullshit. Yet this is what we're teaching our kids, and this is what society has accepted, because they're not willing to even think that, hey, there might be a God out there that created us. Anyway, do better, to quote Joey Swall. All right, I hope he gets back on top and on and at the level that he was. I believe he lost some subscribers or whatever. Hopefully it works out of his backbone, because I know he has one. He's a great guy, or just what I see. I see a good person. I see someone who cares, and someone that got probably hurt by hearing something like this from one of his heroes. My hero did that. Oh, I'm sorry. When he shouldn't have been, I'm sorry. He shouldn't have been sorry, because he had nothing to be sorry about. I'm not going to be putting words in Joey's mouth. Okay. If things ever happen to me, it's like, hey, I don't believe in that. I still think this guy's a great guy. I don't share his thoughts in this certain area. There are people out there that I respect that don't believe in God like I do. Okay, but I respect them and agree with a lot of what they say. Okay, I believe in God, they don't. Okay, and of course, guess what? They say things there are a lot of things that Andrew Tate says that I agree with, and there are things that he says that I don't agree with. He claims to be a Muslim. I'm a Christian. Okay, I don't agree with his religion. There's a lot of things that I agree with. What's his name? Oh, come on. He's from the Fresh and Fit podcast. He's fresh, okay? Or fit. He's fit. He's also Muslim. I don't agree with his religion. There's also a lot of things that he says that I do agree with. Not so much as the way women should be treated or whatever. But he's also a former federal agent. I have respect for that, okay? He fought crime for you and I, okay? I respect that. He has earned that respect. He has worked hard. He and his whole team, the Fresh and Fit team, have created something out of nothing, okay? I respect their work and everything that they've gone through. I respect that. The original, the fight, like Andrew Tate, he was a fighter, MMA, something similar to that. He was in martial arts, and he did a lot of fighting. There's a lot of work that goes into that, okay? And being from martial arts myself, I know the work that it takes. I respect the work that he put in to get to the level where he was at, okay? And I don't respect or even condone the way he originally brought in money, okay? I disrespect that. Those are some things that I do not like about him. But the fact that I don't think he's doing that anymore. He's moving on. Yeah, he made a lot of money doing that, and what he's doing now has grown because of what he did. Okay? I don't believe he did the things that he was accused of. And I don't believe he should have been arrested without proper evidence that never existed. And then the fact that he was arrested, put in jail, just so people can find evidence that didn't exist to prove that he didn't do anything. And then, anyway, going back to, so I'll make my point real quick. There, you can respect and even admire people that are not perfect, okay? And you base your actions off your morals and your religion, your political position. And you take the good and leave out the bad. And if there's more bad than good, then reject their ideas, and you're not following that person, okay? That's fine. These women that were on the app, they have a chance to do better, okay? They have a chance to make the right decisions and grow. They have a chance to start eating better, going to the gym, and guess what? If you feel that you're ugly or think that you're ugly, get fit, okay? You will be less ugly, okay? Start eating right. There are some things you can do to make yourself better looking, okay? Do it. For men, at least, there are a lot of ways that you do. I mean, it's going to cost a little bit. It's going to cost a gym membership fee. It's going to cost of food, okay? But get it. I don't want to say just get a job, get a better job. No. With the job that you currently have, okay, reevaluate what is important to you and set aside, set up a budget, okay? Would you rather, if you're eating out 5 days a week, and if you stopped eating out 3 days a week and use that money for a gym membership, okay, and then use the other 2 days that you would eat out, use that money for actual real food, and give yourself 6 months of living just with what I said, okay? You're not eating out every day, 5 days out of the week. You're going to the gym 5 days a week. You got your upper body, lower body, abdominal, leg day, all that stuff. Okay, you break it down into something that you can work on. Okay, and even some of these gyms have like you're just starting out and you have like a free session or two with the fitness gurus guys. Okay, the trainers. And then if you get like 2 or 3 free sessions, and then they offer, hey, if you want more, it costs this much. Okay, I'm not saying take their advice, take their counsel for the 3 sessions, and use that to go forward. Okay, you don't have to have a trainer to do all the hard planning for you. Just do your own research, take the wisdom that they have to share, and keep going. Okay? This was longer than I expected. Let's stop here. Comment below what you, let me know what you think. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, and subscribe to my Bandcamp for $3 a month. Get access to 2,600 songs. More songs are coming in every week, and that'll definitely help me out. And let's get going. All right, you take it easy. All right, bye.